To be very honest, I have lost count of how many times dog parents have come up and told me that their dog loves rolling in the mud. Delta does not like it, but obviously there are many dogs who do. So, you guys did right. That is the topic of discussion. Hi guys, welcome back to the Happy Puppers. I am Dr. Shruti Bhattacharya, and today's topic of discussion is why do dogs love mud and find it so enticing? So, dogs are descendants of wolves. We all know that. Dogs are also hunters. That is why we have golden retrievers, Labradors with webbed feet who were specifically meant for fishing. Golden retrievers were meant to retrieve games. Games, as in the animals you shoot during the hunting process. So, dogs have retained that tendency of chasing and some predatory behavior, even though they have been domesticated by a lot now. So, the first reason at least, why dogs love mud is because mud helps them mask their scent. When they're rolling in the mud, before I go to that, let's discuss dog paws. The paws of your dogs have sweat glands. These sweat glands release specific smell. If you have more than one dog in your household, go and smell each one of them, their fur. You'll notice that every dog has a distinct smell. Don't be disheartened if you cannot smell it. A lot of people cannot because the smell is very minor and you have to have a nose that is almost equivalent to your dog's to figure out the smell. So don't be disheartened if you cannot smell a difference between your dogs. But this is how dogs recognize one another, and this is their ID card, that smell. Now, when they are going hunting, since other animals may also have keen noses, they can smell the dog. To prevent that from happening, dogs cake themselves in mud. They will roll around in the mud and they will cover up that smell, the smell specific to themselves, so that the other animal only gets the smell of the mud. And when the other animal only gets the smell of the mud, the other animal does not know if there is someone or something chasing him or her. So this makes for an easy hunting. Now, dogs may also roll in the mud in order to disguise themselves from other dogs. Suppose, like, there is a dog who is scared of other dogs, or other dogs are attacking this particular dog. Now, this particular dog, if he goes and rolls in the mud, the smell would be gone, and other dogs will not know of this dog's presence. This is one way to protect themselves. Next, the third reason is dogs are extremely territorial in nature. Now, the paws of dogs have sweat glands. These sweat glands release specific smell that is specific and unique to the dog. As you know, dogs have tendency of marking their territory. So they would paw in the mud, they would roll in the mud to transfer their scent into the mud. Now, when their scent gets transferred into the mud, when another dog enters the territory, the other dog knows that this territory is not mine. This territory belongs to some other dog who has marked here. So this is a way for them to tell the others, do not enter my territory. Another reason why dogs love mud is because they love the smell. We may find it gross. Oh my god, that's mud. How can you roll in it? But dogs are not like that. Dogs may find the smell of mud enticing. Delta does not fall in that category though. He hates the smell of mud. He hates anything that is sticky and wet. So he's more like a cat in that regard. But most of the dogs, in my experience, love mud, love water. If they love water, they love mud. Mud is also a way of dogs to communicate with one another. This behavior is specific of their wolf descendants. So when a wolf will find something that catches his attention, he will wallow himself in mud. This is specifically after hunting. Wolves are pack animals, so they have to inform their pack the hunt they found. So once they have hunted, now they have the animal's dead carcass, they will roll in the mud to signify to the other wolves that they have found something that is very interesting and they should come and check it out. This is one way how dogs also try to use the smell even though they are not hunting. That instinct has remained basically. Now, when dogs mark their territory, they like roll themselves in the clay, they will mark the clay, and they will establish superiority to the other dogs. They will show that I am the leader, I am the alpha, and this is my territory. This. Next, if it's a very hot day and your dog is running towards mud puddles every chance he gets, this is possibly because your dog wants to cool off. Dogs don't sweat like us. They don't really have, like, sweat coming out of their bodies as a way of cooling down. Our sweat is responsible for controlling our body temperature. Dogs do not have that mechanism. So they roll in the mud because mud has a tendency of bringing the body temperature down. So it's relaxing, it brings down the body temperature, and it keeps them cool for a longer period. That is another reason, and that is the most prevalent reason why dogs tend to roll in the mud more during summer months than winter months. And of course, it's a lot of fun when they roll in the mud, or your dog may like the taste of the mud itself. One particular reason why dogs may roll in the mud is because he wants your attention. I mean, I have seen this numerous times, dog guardians taking their dog out for a walk while on the phone. So they think they'll hit two birds with one stone, but it's not actually that case. Your dog wants you to pay attention to him and not to your phone. So if you are someone who is on your phone while you are taking your dog out for a walk or for a, whatever, for excursion, and your dog wants your attention and you're not giving that, your dog may go and roll in the mud. Because your dog knows that if he does something like this is guaranteed to get your attention. And that's what your dog wants. He wants your attention. That's all that he's interested in. So you will go roll in the mud and you would probably leave your phone to say, come out of there. How can you do this? Oh my God, look at you. You're so dirty. And now I have to go and bathe you and do this and do that. But it solves what your dog wanted. He got your attention. Whatever be the reason, you are paying attention to your dog. And that is what your dog wanted in the first place. So these are, I think I have covered up almost all the causes of why dogs love mud. Now, since we are humans and we do not love mud as our dogs, most guardians would try to keep their dog away from the mud. Now, how to do that? The first thing that I would tell you is that if you are shouting at your dog, if you're screaming at your dog, if you're scolding your dog, or if you're punishing your dog for being in the mud, it is not going to solve your problem. Dogs do not understand instructions the same way we do. Scolding, punishing, hitting your dog with a newspaper is never going to work. Rather, it may make your dog fearful of you. Your dog will stop trusting you. Your dog will stop believing in you. Your dog will stop listening to your commands. So if you do not want that, never ever punish your dog. You can deepen your voice, like no. Use something like that. Use a short command that is crisp and clear. Not a command like no. Your dog will not understand that. Use a short command that is crisp enough and loud to get to your dog. No. This would work the best. Initially, you may have to use treats to give your dog something better than the mud to focus on, to reel your dog away from the mud. And later on, you can use other options. You can just use no to keep your dog away from the mud. I hope I have clarified everything regarding why dogs love mud and everything you need to know. For more videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and I will be back with my next video very soon. Thank you for watching.